priests and they live their life apparently so much in a simple way, but do they really? They may be having no shirt, only dhoti as a priest in the temple. But what about the hours when they are not in the temple? Have you seen all those things? It is not about reaction of God actually. Love aspect or even complaining aspect or disliking God. It is not about how God will respond. It is all about how our heart melts in the whole process. That melting itself is a great response. Surrendering also. Do you think that when you surrender to God, as Lord Krishna says, Sarve dharman parityajya mamekam saranam braja. When we completely abide with Saranagati, do you think God will also match that Saranagati? He doesn't have to. Without His love, we would not have been even existing. So the question of responding from His side does not arise at all. It is how we respond to His already given love to us. How we melt our heart, how we take Saranagati. It is the act of Saranagati to the entire existence, not only to God. Meaning total acceptance of whatsoever may happen in our life. Be grateful to God and say, thank you, my Lord. Thank you for having created the circumstances. Most of us, they crave for the happiness in the future. Nothing wrong with it. If you had some level of happiness or joy or luxury in the past, let us see if it was X. We always seem to expect incremental. X means sometime, oh, let it be 2x, let it be 3x, let it be 10x. But the wiser people have always reflected on the past. What has made them? If you really want to transform your life for good, see how you have changed in the past, what circumstances were there that prompted you to change your life, your lookout on life, and what you became out of those circumstances. That does not mean that we should pray for miseries and troubles, because they are the only thing that really makes us. But whatsoever come our way, take it and see how you thrive and how you mutate and how you transform your life around those circumstances without fighting. Fighting against a circumstance is never going to help us. In fact, if we fight, we'll keep fighting and not learn anything out of that circumstance. Observe, see what happens as a result of these new circumstances, which may not be so palatable. All these questions of transformation and God's response are around only this. If I love, how much love will I get in return from God? We are always transacting. We donate 10 rupees or 10,000 rupees or 10 crores and we expect much greater. This transaction must be avoided because it only shows your greed and nothing else. In temples also, why do we throw money? We don't even give respectfully, we throw money in the temples. Do you think God needs your money? That Murti needs your money? What will Nirjiva Murti can do with that money or your ornaments or gold? Nothing whatsoever. But the very act of sharing all that money as well as your ornaments, do you think God will receive in the heavens or wherever He is? If He has a form, He will use it. He doesn't have a form. Who uses all the money that you give and ornaments you throw in temples? Think over it. It goes to the trustees, and you don't even know who they are and how they are spending. Priests, and they live their life apparently so much in a simple way, but do they really? They may be having no shirt, only dhoti as a priest in the temple. But what about the hours when they are not in the temple? Have you seen all those things? So let's not have any transaction with our worshipable gods and goddesses. Best is to adore, revere, and make that divine life instead of moving towards such places. Make your life divine. Make your sariram, your body, as a tirtham for God. Then you don't have to run from one tirtha to another tirtha because you are yourself ennobled tirtham. Try to create that within. And heartfulness practices are all geared towards purifying our entire system so that God can make a permanent abode in our heart. Thank you.